In the mystical cosmos of the Masters of the Universe legacy, few villains command as much attention and fear as Skeletor. His is a tale woven from the threads of ambition, magic, and a relentless pursuit of power. Skeletor, born as Keldor, embarked on a path that would forever alter the destiny of Eternia and its inhabitants. Keldor's story begins with his royal lineage, being the half-brother of King Randor of Eternia. This connection to the throne imbued Keldor with a sense of entitlement and a hunger for power that far exceeded his noble beginnings. Unlike typical tales of royal siblings, Keldor's journey was darkened by his fascination with the dark arts, a fascination that gradually consumed him. The pivotal moment in Keldor's life came when his pursuit of forbidden knowledge led to a catastrophic event. Seeking to overthrow his brother and claim the throne, Keldor's experiments with dark magic backfired, causing him to suffer grievous injuries. It was then that he turned to his future mentor Hordak, who saved him by transforming him into Skeletor, the skull-faced embodiment of evil. This transformation was not just physical but symbolic, representing his complete forsaking of his past and his embrace of a new identity as the Lord of Destruction and also the Overlord of Evil. The ritual stripped Keldor of his flesh, leaving him with a skull for a face. This metamorphosis was as the physical transformation mirrors his inner shift towards darkness, reflecting his final break from his past and any lingering ties to morality. Skeletor's new form embodies his commitment to the dark arts and his rejection of his former self. Skeletor's fixation on Castle Grayskull is not just an obsession, it's a crusade, defining much of his existence and his enduring conflict with He-Man. The fortress, shrouded in mystery and said to contain the power to control the universe, stands as the ultimate prize in Skeletor's quest for dominance. This journey, punctuated by numerous schemes and battles, underscores his evolution from a mere sorcerer to the Lord of Destruction, constantly inching closer to his goal, yet perpetually thwarted by He-Man and the Guardians of the Castle. The early confrontations. From his first emergence as a formidable adversary, Skeletor's attempts to penetrate the enigmatic walls of Castle Grayskull were relentless. Each plot, whether it involved direct assault, cunning subterfuge, or dark magic, was devised with the singular goal of breaching the castle's defenses to unlock its secrets. Despite his considerable powers and strategic mind, Skeletor's early forays into the fortress were met with failure, often due to the intervention of He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. The key to power, the Sword of He. One of Skeletor's most notable endeavors involved the Sword of He, the other half of He-Man's power sword. Skeletor believed that possessing both halves would grant him unfettered access to Castle Grayskull. This quest for the sword led to numerous clashes across Eternia, drawing in allies and foes alike into a sprawling conflict. Though Skeletor occasionally succeeded in capturing the sword, his triumphs were short-lived, as the resilience and courage of He-Man and his allies inevitably restored the balance. The nexus of dimensions, the cosmic key. Perhaps Skeletor's closest brush with victory came with the discovery of the cosmic key, a device capable of opening gateways through time and space. With it, Skeletor executed a bold plan, not just to enter Castle Grayskull, but to alter the very fabric of reality to ensure his dominance. His mastery of the cosmic key allowed him to breach the castle's defenses and even occupy it temporarily, setting the stage for a cataclysmic showdown with He-Man. Yet despite his ingenuity and the vast powers at his disposal, Skeletor's victory was once again snatched from the jaws of defeat by the combined might of Eternia's heroes. The legacy of Keldor, unveiling the past. In his unyielding pursuit of the castle's power, Skeletor's past as Keldor became a pivotal aspect of his journey. The revelation of his royal lineage and his connection to King Randor and Prince Adam, He-Man, who turns out to be his nephew, added layers of personal vendetta to his quest. Skeletor's attempts to claim what he believes is his by birthright, combined with his desire to surpass the limitations of his former self, drive him to push the boundaries of his dark powers. The eternal struggle, his conflict with He-Man and the defenders of Castle Grayskull. Each attempt to conquer the castle, each scheme to gain ultimate power, and every defeat at the hands of He-Man only fuel his obsession further. The fortress remains an elusive prize, symbolizing the ultimate power that Skeletor seeks to claim, not just over Eternia, but over the cosmos itself. Skeletor's quest for Castle Grayskull is emblematic of his deeper struggle, a battle between destiny and inner desire, between the past he seeks to reclaim and the future he wishes to forge. Despite his many setbacks, Skeletor's resolve remains unbroken, his schemes ever more ingenious, and his thirst for power undiminished. The fortress stands as a beacon, drawing Skeletor back time and again in his eternal quest for domination. Skeletor and his henchmen, a fractious fellowship. Skeletor's relationship with his minions is, at best, a volatile. Skeletor's primary strength lies in his vast knowledge and control over dark magic, allowing him to cast powerful spells, curses, and enchantments. Teleportation. He can instantly transport himself and others across great distances, often using this to escape or launch surprise attacks. Telepathy and mind control. Skeletor frequently employs telepathy to communicate, spy, or exert control over weaker minds. Energy projection. He can unleash destructive energy bolts from his hands or his Havoc Staff, a versatile tool in his magical arsenal. Necromancy. Skeletor can summon and command the undead, showcasing his influence over life and death. Illusion casting. He is adept at creating vivid illusions to deceive or manipulate foes. Enhanced durability and stamina. Skeletor's physical attributes are heightened by dark magic, allowing him to withstand attacks that would incapacitate others. Weapon proficiency. Beyond his magical prowess, Skeletor is skilled in hand-to-hand combat and proficient with various weapons, notably his Havoc Staff. Now, let's explore the conclusions to Skeletor's story across different media. Since his fate varies depending on the series or adaptation, here are the key endings. Original series, 1983 to 1985, and She-Ra crossover. The series doesn't provide a definitive conclusion to Skeletor's story. He remains a persistent threat to Eternia and Etheria, with his latest schemes thwarted but always promising to return stronger. Masters of the Universe, 1987 film. Skeletor falls into a pit beneath Castle Grayskull after a final battle with He-Man. However, a post-credits scene shows him emerging, stating, "I'll be back," suggesting his survival and intent to continue his quest for power. The New Adventures of He-Man, 1990. Skeletor follows He-Man to the futuristic planet of Primus, where he continues his villainous endeavors. The series ends with Skeletor defeated but, as always, not completely vanquished. He-Man and the Masters of the Universe, 2002. This series provides more background on Skeletor's origins as Keldor, but like its predecessors, ends without a conclusive defeat of Skeletor, leaving room for his return. Masters of the Universe, Revelation, 2021. This continuation of the original series sees Skeletor briefly gain control of the Sword of Power and transform into a godlike being, Skelegod. However, his plans are ultimately foiled, and he's once again defeated by the combined efforts of He-Man and his allies. He-Man and the Masters of the Universe, 2021 CGI series. Aimed at a younger audience, this series reimagines Skeletor with different origins and goals. His story is still unfolding, with no definitive end to his character at the moment. Skeletor's resilience and refusal to be definitively vanquished highlights his role as the eternal antagonist in the Masters of the Universe saga. Across all media, his endings are marked by temporary defeat, but with the promise or implication of his return, perpetuating the cycle of battle between him and He-Man. He always continues to live on. If you enjoyed this video, then like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video.